Hello, this is Jalen Langston with Minor Sports Center, and we are going to be doing an episode on the top 5 most underrated players in the NBA right now. And at number 5, we have Marcus Camby, and as you can see on the screen, his stats, Miles.
Marcus Camby is averaging 2 blocks, 7 points, and 11 rebounds. Marcus Camby, to me, is one of the most hard-nosed, toughest players the NBA has seen in a very long time. Marcus Camby, a former Defensive Player of the Year, is intimidating in the post. He's a great post defender. He's just intimidating to always have in the middle because once you know that night when you're playing number 23, Marcus Camby, that if you bring anything to the whole week, you will get your shot blocked and you will be on ESPN that night.
Yes, he brings a lot of high energy to the floor, and he makes you alter your shot, and that is very important when you're talking about big names like Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal. He brings a lot of energy. That brings us to our number 4, Lamar Odom, who's averaging 10 points per game and 9 rebounds off the bench. Now, Miles, would you like to comment on that?
As somebody who has watched every single Lakers game this year, Lamar Odom is a great player that Phil Jackson can go to in the fourth quarter. He doesn't get a lot of minutes. He gets about 25 to 30 minutes a game, but when you know Lamar Odom's on the floor because he's gobbling up rebounds, he's getting putbacks, he's doing that little lefty move, that little layup move. He drives to the basket. He always does. Lamar Odom, one thing, he is one of the most versatile players in the NBA. Have you ever seen a 6'10" player have any ball control like Lamar Odom? Lamar Odom can handle the ball like a point guard.
Yeah, and
That's absolutely amazing. Lamar Odom, one of the most underrated players in the NBA. I really don't care what anybody on this planet Earth has to say about that. Jalen.
Now, I think that pretty much covers that. Now we will be moving on to number 3, Russell Westbrook, who is averaging 16 points and 7.9 assists. Now, in my opinion, all the attention is going to Kevin Durant, and they're forgetting who's feeding him the ball and who's getting their points on the team that Kevin Durant is on. He is one of the top scorers in the nation, and there's somebody else on his team who's still averaging 16.6 points per game. Now, Miles, what do you have to say?
Russell Westbrook, after watching him play at UCLA alongside Darren Collison, you just knew you had 2 future good NBA point guards on the same team. That's why that UCLA team was so special, because they had everybody in that starting lineup was an NBA talent. Russell Westbrook, the thing that made you just want to pick Russell Westbrook number 4 overall was his high flying abilities. When you saw Russell Westbrook against California dunk over, just literally dunk over that guy. I don't remember his name, a long time ago. But yeah, he dunked over him on Cal, and it was just jaw-dropping. After that, everybody knew Russell Westbrook was for real, and he was no joke, and that he is a NBA talent. And right now, he is, in my opinion, a top 10 point guard in the NBA. He's up there in potential with Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, and then John Wall. Even though he hasn't entered the NBA yet, John Wall, everybody knows, is, a future point guard in the NBA. He's John Wall. Jalen.
Now, one thing that I do love about this guy, his improvement over the years, even from UCLA, from high school all the way up to the pros, he's improved every single year. He wasn't supposed to be much of anything. He wasn't on the radar. And when he just got on the radar maybe junior or senior year in college. And then on top of that, you got him going to the pros. They didn't expect him to do anything. And now he's doing something in the pros. When is he going to stop improving? Just as Kevin Durant is, really. And they're going to be a very hard team to beat because of that dynamic duo.
For years to come. Look at that Oklahoma City Thunder team to be rivals of any team LeBron James is on. Whether he's on the Cavs, the Knicks, the Clippers, the Nets, who cares? LeBron James will get your team to championship level, and just look for, if they ever, just look for them in the finals one day. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook versus LeBron James. Just look for that in the near future. Not near future, in the far future. Just
All right, now moving on to number 2, Manu Ginobili is averaging 14 points and 4 assists. Now it's not exactly the most out of anybody on the list. I mean, Russell Westbrook is averaging more than him, but you have to look at all the people who are on his team. I mean, you're talking about Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, now, Miles, would you like to comment on that?
Yes, I do. I just want to throw in something. Manu Ginobili is the only player, or only person in the world to have a EuroLeague title, an Olympic gold medal, and an NBA championship. Manu Ginobili is one of the most clutch players in the history of basketball. He led Argentina to a gold medal 8 years ago. Manu Ginobili, to me, is one of the most, 4 years ago, is one of the most impressive shooters in the NBA. And, a thing that strikes me about Ginobili is whatever team he's on wins. Manu Ginobili is a winner. That's why we put him here at number 2. He's a winner, no doubt about it. He showed it in his basketball career. Jalen.
Apparently, based off of his performance in every place he's been, he's definitely a winner, and he's bringing something to his team that they don't have. He's bringing a missing link. Now, moving on to number 1, Chris Bosh. 24.1 points per game, 11.2 rebounds. Now, he's on the Toronto Raptors. They are looking real good right now, and it's in large part to what he is doing. Now, he is over there. He's not getting the most coverage and stuff, but you got to look at the stats, man. He's averaging a double-double along with 24.1 points per game. Miles, would you like to comment on that?
Oh, you betcha I do. All right, Chris Bosh, guys, has to be the most underrated player in the NBA. When you look at Chris Bosh, you look at a guy who gets it done every single night. You know what you're going to get from him, but he doesn't get the recognition, and he's not in the category for some reason as the Dwayne Wades, the Dwight Howards, the Kevin Garnetts, and it's in large part the playing in Canada. Nobody sees him hardly. I haven't seen Chris Bosh play unless he's playing in an All-Star game against the Lakers, because he is never on ESPN, he's never on TNT. It's because his team is so unmarketable that he is kind of, not out there like he would be if he was on a more market team like the Knicks, the Nets, the Clippers. These are unspun out teams that he possibly could go to next year. And Chris Bosh, since coming out of Georgia Tech, entering the draft, he was in the shadow all his career of the LeBron James, Dwayne Wade since he was drafted. Chris Bosh, the most underrated player the NBA, one of the most underrated players the NBA has seen. Jalen.
Now, you're talking about, he came to draft with Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, like you said. Now, this is a very, very good player. You basically covered it, Miles. So, we're going to end it on that note. And Micah, take us out.